Okay. Good morning, students. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Meet again with Memeka on the YouTube channels with listening for academic purposes. On this meeting, we will learn about the educational system in America. So, before we start for our listening practice of the audio for educational system in America, you will know first about the objectives of our learning. The first, you are able to understand an audio content about the educational system in America. And then secondly, you are able to listen and answer some questions related to the audio of education system in the US. And then the third, you are able to practice and listen to comprehend some questions related to the educational system in US. Okay, before you listen to the audio of the educational system in the US, firstly, you will know the content or the topic that you are going to listen from the audio. Those topics are: one, about the overview of the American educational system. And then the second topic is about the beginning year of school. And then the third topic is about mandatory or not mandatory school in America. And then the fourth topic is about the different grades in the educational system in America. And then the fifth, the kinds of year school names in the US system. And then sixth is about tuition in US school. Okay, you will listen to audios here. To audios with also the assignment on the description of the video. But before you listen to the two audios and do your assignment, now please try to understand some unfamiliar vocabularies first from the audio. Those vocabularies are: one, require. Require means to have need of, or to impose need or occasion for make necessary or indispensable. 2. Freshman means a first-year student at a university, college, or high school. 3. Sophomore means a student in the second year of a college or the 10th grade in high school. 4. Recess means a period of time when the presidents of a parliament or a committee or other official body are temporarily suspended. 5. Encourage means give support and advice to someone so that they will do or continue to do something. 6. Ranging from means place or arrange in a row or rows or in a specified order or a manner. 7. Notice means the fact of observing or paying attention to something. 8. Overview means a general review of a summary of a subject. 9. Daycare means a place where parents pay to leave their children while their parents work. Number 10. Mandatory means required by law or rules or compulsory. 11. Grade means a particular level of rank, quality, proficiency, intensity, or value. Okay, after you know about some vocabularies above, the vocabularies here are related to the two audios that you are going to listen. Please listen to the two audios here. Listen carefully and pay attention to the content of the two audios. Listen for audio 1 and audio 2. Okay, listen now.
I'd like to take some time to introduce you to the school system here in America. If you've just come here from another country, you may notice some differences in how our schools work. In the United States, students are required to attend school from kindergarten starting at age 5 through 12th grade. After that, they graduate and move on to college or into a career. We have elementary schools for students in kindergarten through 5th or 6th grade, middle schools for students in 6th through 8th grade, and high schools for students in 9th through 12th grades. You may hear these high school students referred to as freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and seniors. We also have a few schools known as K through 8 schools that run all the way from kindergarten to 8th grade. Let's look at typical school schedules. Once school starts, normally in elementary, there's a morning break, lunch, and for younger students, an additional afternoon break. We call these breaks recess. Younger students generally have the same teacher all day. In middle and high schools, students change classes and have different teachers. They have about 3 to 5 minutes to get to their next class. There's a morning break and a lunch. Now it's time to meet the school staff. The principal is the person in charge of the school. Then there's a vice principal who's second in command. These people can help you with questions or concerns that you may have regarding your student. The secretary supports school staff and helps students. They may answer the phone when you call with questions or call your home when your child is sick. Counselors help your child with social or emotional issues, as well as making sure they're taking the right classes. Counselors and social workers are additional resources that we encourage you and your child to access. Teachers teach classes and grade your students. English Language Development, or ELD teachers, are teachers who specialize in teaching English to English learners in the area of reading, writing, and speaking. In addition to your students' classes during the day, you may have them participate in before and after school programs. These programs support and build on the work your student completes during the school day. Check with your school to see what programs might be available. Your child may also participate in after-school activities, ranging from sports to academic clubs.
Education is a common topic of conversation. If you're going to talk with Americans about going to school or being a student, it will certainly help to have an understanding of the U.S. system of education. I'd like to give you an overview of the system. Then you'll have an idea about the kind of educational experience one can have in the U.S. By the end, you might also then find it easier to talk about the educational system in your own country. Here in the U.S., one's school experience might begin as a baby at a place called daycare. Daycare is a popular choice among working parents. So children stay at daycare, the parents go to work. In the U.S., a good daycare not only takes care of very young children, but also begins to provide what we call an early childhood education. Once a child is 3 or 4, he or she can go to preschool. Preschool in the U.S. is not mandatory. It's not required. Preschool programs might be 5 days a week or just a few days a week. Once a child turns 5, the child can attend kindergarten. These are names of the programs. A child in preschool is called a preschooler. A child in kindergarten is called a kindergartner. Kindergarten is also not mandatory. The law varies from state to state. So in some states, kindergarten is mandatory, and other states it's not. I do believe, though, that school districts must offer a kindergarten program so that there is that choice. Some kindergarten programs are half-day programs, morning or afternoon. Some kindergarten programs are full-day programs. After kindergarten, a child goes to first grade. In the U.S., we have 12 grades. From school district to school district, the organization of these grades is different. They group them together in different ways. In general, it all begins with elementary school. Sometimes called primary school. You might also hear grade school. Elementary school is for the lower grades. You might find grades kindergarten through 3rd or kindergarten through 5th at an elementary school. For the middle grades, children go to middle school. So a middle school might have 4th through 8th or 5th through 8th grades. Again, it varies from school district to school district. After middle school comes high school. Again, you might find some differences, but in general in the U.S., we think of high school as a 4-year program. That's 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th grades. We can say 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th, but we also have special ways to refer to those last 4 years. We can say freshman year, sophomore year, junior year, and senior year. So if someone is a sophomore in high school, they have 2 more years to go. A sophomore is in 10th grade. When one finishes high school, we say he or she graduates from high school. When you graduate from high school, you receive a high school diploma. In the U.S., it is not mandatory to graduate from high school. The law varies from state to state, but in general, a child must attend school until about the age of 16. That's 10th grade. After high school, many choose to go to college. That's because many professions require a higher education. Higher education refers to anything after high school. High school provides secondary education. College, higher education. When we say a person is in college, that means the person attends either a college or a university. In the U.S., colleges and universities both have 4-year programs. When someone finishes this undergraduate program, This person can receive their first degree. It's a bachelor's degree. It could be a Bachelor of Arts or a Bachelor of Science, BA, BS. In college, we have 4 years. We can talk about those 4 years the same way we talk about those last 4 years in secondary school, high school, freshman year, sophomore year, junior year, senior year. So we have to be specific when we say someone is a senior. Do you mean a senior in high school or a senior in college? A freshman in college has 3 more years before graduation. I should note that outside the US, there is sometimes an understanding that going to a university is somehow more prestigious than going to a college. In fact, in the US, we have prestigious universities and prestigious colleges. They both offer undergraduate programs, 4-year programs. When a person finishes college, he or she can study further and attend graduate school. A person in graduate school is a graduate student. In contrast, a person in college is an undergraduate student. In graduate school, one can pursue a master's degree. That's a Master of Arts or Master of Science, MA or MS. If one goes to a business school and studies business, the person can receive an MBA. That's Master of Business Administration. If one chooses to study even further, the person can receive the highest degree possible. That's a PhD. PhD stands for Doctor of Philosophy. When a person holds a PhD, we can address this person as doctor. I know I presented a lot of information in a short amount of time, but hopefully you have that overview of the system of education here in the US.
Then, after you listen to the 2 audios, don't forget to read the description of this video. On the description of the video, you will find what should you do as your assignment. Okay, students? Now, it's time for you to read the description of the audio and then do your assignment. Do your best. Thank you very much. I think that this is our learning about listening to comprehend the educational system in America. Thank you. See you again next time on a different material. You can ask me some questions by using WA group. Thank you and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.